Ted Tripp was a young Oklahoma boy during the drought that led to the Dust Bowl of the 1930s. Massive dust storms drove over 2 million people out of America's plain states back then.
Oh, the old Bar W Lake over there, over that hill, it's been there ever since I can remember. I was a little kid, and I came here and I was about 6 or 7 years old. I'm now 88, and this is the first time that it's been dry that I know of.
Oklahoma, along with 13 other states from Arizona in the west all the way to Florida in the south, are suffering from historic, dangerous drought conditions. Dark red marks the worst conditions. 40% of Oklahoma is dark red. Normally, this time of year, Ted would be baling hay and renting his grazing land big enough for 800 cattle. But the drought that began back in October has cracked the earth and scorched his crop. The only animal left on his 1,500 acres now is his 20-year-old horse.
Something's going to have to change somewhere. Whether it's us or the weather, I don't know.
Like Ted, others in the Oklahoma cattle business are being hit hard, with their pasture land and their watering holes gone bone dry. Unable to keep their cattle alive, many only have one option left. That last option, sell off their herds well before they normally would. This auction in Comanche has seen a steady increase in the number of cattle coming through its gates over the last months. On this day, more than 2,000 sold in 16 grueling hours.
I have to stop and add it up from the years past. But
Paul Worley's cattle were sold, all 349 of them. Only one steer was not sold because of a broken leg.
So the market's basically good, but you know, when we go to replace what we're selling next year or the following year, whenever we do get grass back, it's going to be terrible to try to replace. This is where it's coming back to green we have.
Even if his ranch got rain now, most of the damage is done.
The biggest question everybody has is how long can we go? And if we knew that, well, we wouldn't have sold the cattle.
With no relief on the horizon or in the forecast, the governor has asked her fellow Oklahomans to set aside a little time on Sunday to seek help from a higher power and pray for rain. Scott Heidler, Al Jazeera, Ringling, Oklahoma.